All right, good morning, everyone. November 9th. This is our first time going live. Let me see if I can press record here. All right, cool. Awesome. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So let me, I guess this is going up here. Bear with me, guys. Let's lower that. We don't need that. All right, cool. That's a little bit distraction. Bear with me, guys. I'm new to this technology stuff, but we're gonna go with fire bangers today. A lot to cover. A lot to cover. All right. So November 9th, 2021. Let's take a look here. So um, yes, they are setups. We wouldn't have a lot of setups, right? So what we did know, there's a lot of chips. It's all about chips, chips, and we're going to cover that into today. Now, the main thing today, it's fairly quiet. We got PPI numbers coming out today. I don't really think anything's going to happen. Um, there are a few things that alarm me today. And I'm going to go into that, and it has to do with the VIX. The VIX is climbing, right? And let's see how that pans out. We have Neo announcing earnings today. A lot of our plays that we set up are working out nicely. We have Coin announcing this week, and we did some plays on that weeks ago for earnings, so that's working out. But as far as our swing system, we really didn't have anything. Yes, it was a day mostly like the first 30 minutes on a swing on a system where it pops, it can go, and we caught those. For the rest of the day, it's just more of a setting up for the rest of the week. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Just waiting on news. But there are some runners. Nvidia is starting to run. That conference that we talked about yesterday is running. But you know what? Let's get to it. Again, I'm going to start off with the overall dailies. I'm going to share the screen up here. Um, and let's go share the screen. And let's share this desktop too. All right, cool. All right, so we got this screen up here. So we're looking at the S&P 500, which is on top. And again, this is the daily chart. So just want to show you where in the swing, so if we look at the MACDs, right? And I did a beautiful video today on MACDs. If you want to watch it, I did it on crypto, but it's the same kind of format. But the MACDs is you want to get into the beginning phase of the swing. We're coming to the end. Could we have a second win? Absolutely. But we're going to print this level up here of 47.18 to really get it going on the S&P 500. Can we get that? Maybe, possibly, but we had a pretty nice run. Ideally, what I would like to see, I like to see a slight pullback and then maybe break through. But it is, I mean, this is high of year. I mean, end of year. We have what, less than 2 months for end of year. Then we have Thanksgiving in what, 2, 3 weeks. It's crazy, right? So this is the time to lock in gains. It's interesting, guys. I'm just gonna give you this little, not a rant, but I was watching a lot of social media guys out there, and you got to be careful. Just study price action. Be careful who you listen to because your belief system is going to absorb that, and you're going to react according to that, right? So especially nowadays, that's why I focus my attention on price or news and how the price is reacting to it. Because yes, I came across an individual who said that the markets are unpredictable, unpredictable, unpredictable. I highly disagree with that. He's unpredictable. It's just simple that he just doesn't know what he's doing, and he has a huge amount of followers, which is great. God bless him for promoting the markets. But if you are saying the market is unpredictable, it just means that you don't really have a good pulse on what you're doing. Bottom line, if I don't have a good prediction, I just stay out of it, right? I'm not gonna. I'll tell you guys. I don't know. But anyway, that's just a rant. And there's also a ton of YouTubers that I'm noticing now that I'm on this live that they are presenting doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom, and they're missing these opportunities if you focus on that, and that's yet in the future. That's where we stay present in this moment, and we look at the 50-minute chart, and I'm kind of demonstrating what I see are the opportunities every day. So we didn't get that many opportunities yesterday. Was a setup day. So let's see what kind of happens today. So again, S&P 500 is up. Let's see what that is. And the ticks, the ticks, the text has been slamming, going live, going. I mean, they've just been on fire, fire, fire. And then we have the Russell's been looking good. So again, we're going to print that 24.59 again, and then print these highs here, right? So in case we pull back, those are going to be levels that we want to push through. So let's watch that. The thing that I wanted to share with you is this. This is the VIX on top. I have the hourlies because I want to know if the VIX is climbing or going up on the weekly basis. And you can tell since this is Tuesday, right? And this is Monday. This is Friday. The VIX has been climbing, right? Now, this is what I want to share with you. We haven't been above this 17.73. I always say 18 just to round it out since October 18th, right? So that means that we had this amazing bull rally and now fear is coming back in, which is normal. It just means that people are buying more puts as a protection measure because they feel that in case the market pulls back that they will either hedge their portfolio, right? Or they're thinking that there might be a pullback in some degree. So we're noticing that up here. So that's what it is, just watch that. We have the 10-year note going down as I talked about, and that's good for tech, right? So it is going down. It's showing me it's probably going to go lower. The volatility here, it just means as long as we stay below 1776, if you notice, I have an alert up here at 1774, just because as I'm observing other, looking at other entries, that's going to ding. That's a great thing about TradingView. It'll ding and alert me that that's going. So then I might have to look at it and adjust my position accordingly. All right. So that's what we have there. Let's dive in because there's a lot to cover. All right. So S&P 500, I show you where we're at. I printed that up there already. It looks as like we had an inside day yesterday. So inside day, we're at the 50. We had a little 50 bounce yesterday, but again, inside day at the highs, there was a lot of volume coming in. Let's see what happens today, okay? So now that we have an inside day, this is kind of setting up us nicely. It's pulling back a little bit. If we bounce and we take out that high of 47, there's two up here, 47.15, and then we got that 47.20, right? Is there a trade to take that? If you see a bounce, yeah, just know that those highs are going to be pretty strong. So you're going to take the trade to that. If you don't feel comfortable with that yet, relax, chill. There'll be other trades. You don't need to force trades. We're not forcing trades. This is more about you feeling comfortable with what you see. Now, we need to see that. If it breaks down, we're probably going to see a little pullback, which is fine, 46.94, and then the lows of Friday of 46.81, and we're still looking pretty good, right, in those levels. All right, so watch that. Tech, we're below the 50. This is showing me a little bit of weakness. We're still having an inside day, same as the other one. MACDs are pulling back. Now, let's see what happens. 16.404, and then we have this on top is whatever the top is. 16.459. Now, the other thing I want to show you where the futures are at, right? So let's go with futures. This is the E-minis, and this is the XPX. XPX closed at 47.01, 46.96. So we're probably going to open a little higher than where we closed at, probably around 47.10-ish, somewhere in there. Now, one thing you want to notice too, and this is a little trick that I'm going to share with you. This is the 4 o'clock hour. 4 o'clock hour is right there. And we have this 46.94 on the E-minis. And this will happen in any stock. 4 o'clock presents itself a very, very strong resistance, usually at 4 a.m. Okay, so if we break through that, or sometimes it can hold that level. So that's a level that I always kind of look at to see if we're moving or we're going to break through it or we're just going to hold. Just a little tip right there. All right, but this is the E-minis. As you can see, SPX, the highs here, we can go to 47.47. That's the high. And the lows is 46.63. So that's the range. We're kind of like in the middle. All right, so we got that covered. Let's move on. Russell, I like Russell a lot. Russell's looking pretty good. So it's right there. We've done really, really well on Russell. It's bouncing. Can they really get it going? So this might be a trade, right? Today, 44.43, and then the highs is 24.59 and 24.43. If it breaks 24.59, it can really get it going. But we had a monster rally on this thing. And again, remember I showed you in the beginning, the indice on the Russell, it looked, that's a pretty extreme high, but it can go in. Anything's possible, guys. Again, is this predictable? Yes, it is predictable. We have our entries, we have our exits, we know exactly how to trade them, and the vehicle you trade, that's up to you. If you want to trade options, stocks, whatever. Main thing is, can you make money here, right? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for the opportunities every day. Now, Alphabet, Google is right there. Now, Google had a monster rally. Google, be careful with Google, guys. The 3,000s are right there. That's a pretty hard number. 3,000, and we're right there. Is Google gonna go? Is showing me weakness? Can it go? We're below the zero. What that means, we usually have a bearish biasness. Is it going to go? I don't know. That's pretty far up. So I would wait and see on Google. Google 3,000 is pretty strong. What I've noticed on the option premiums is that 100 points out on 3,000, the market maker's pricing in pretty expensive on 100 points out, 130 points out for 4 days and you can tell that people are buying them. They're just super, super expensive. I wouldn't. I mean, it's just milking them, and it was like whatever. It was like $20 yesterday, and it went down to like $6-7. So somebody just got creamed, right? So be careful on that. The 3,000s are pretty strong. What else do we have? Amazon. So Amazon is right here. Amazon might look good. There is reports that Rivian, they changed their IPO date till, I think it's today, but they start trading tomorrow. They own 20%. Is it going to help Amazon? I'm not sure. Maybe. But Amazon is right there. So again, we had a monster rally. It is turning here. We're above the 50. Can it get it going? We have 35.79 to really get it going. Is there a trade right here to the 50 to the highs? Possibly. But again, if you want to take that, that's fine. What we're looking for the overall indices to behave. So I would like to see the NASDAQ a little bit more powerful, a little bit more bullish. It looks like a pullback is imminent. So just let it drop, because if these drop, that's going to take down these with it. So just watch that. I would like to see a bigger pullback. That's just me, but let's see what the opportunities are. Now, Tesla, there's been a lot of talk on Tesla, especially on Twitter, about Elon's, tax. I mean, when you dive into it, he doesn't really need to pay that tax all at once, right? He just owes a portion of that by a certain day, and then he has a couple more days. So he doesn't need to sell that tax bill right away. So keep that in mind. So, because there's a lot of I guess what crypto people say FUD, right? Just know that. Again, what are we looking for? Really simple, 1197 to really get it going. If this can go, it can go, right? With Tesla, everything's funny because it just kind of defies certain. A lot of people love this stock, and it's the one that has been really, really operating really well. They have a lot of technology behind that. They have they're future thinkers, so. Just watch it. There might be an opportunity here at 1197, or is it going to go lower? But its basing here is not selling off, right? So that's kind of like an idea. It does have a monster upgrade that came out after Elon said that, and it's 1400 price target. So watch that. Okay, ISRG, it's looking good, right? This is the one we've been setting up since it's announced a stock split. Again, it's just basing today. Can it go higher this week? 369, same levels as today. Had an inside day, just like the overall markets. All right, so watch that, and this could bounce and maybe bounce up to zero. So I like this setup right here. This could be one that it can go. Now, this is a mover. It moves kind of slowly, but it does move when you look at the weekly moves. Okay, Chipotle. Now, again, they took it down. It's kind of basing. It's not having those big moves days yet, and I think it will. That's why I have it on the screen. You just have to watch it. Again, we had an inside day again. Are you starting noticing the patterns? Inside days, when the market's ever inside days. All right, 1815 to really get it going, and then we have this 1830. Watch that. All right, let's move on. Oh, by the way, did I mention this? Yeah, if you like this video, press that like and subscribe button. Just, get my dopamine levels up. Why not make money and be happy at the same time? All right, guys, thank you. All right, so here we go. MicroStrategy, it's all about the Bitcoin, the BTC, baby. All right, so let me just show you. You got to put BTC. I do my screens this way. BTC hit all-time highs. Congratulations for every my crypto fanatics out there. We broke the highs yesterday, 68. Can it get it going? Yes, we have a second wind here. MACDs are going. Now, it could go up, and it's probably going to, let's see if it has an exhaustion, right? So watch that. Again, So watch if it's going to keep it going. All right. So again, but BTC is going higher. If it goes higher, then that's going to be good for, where am I here? It's going to be for MicroStrategy. It just moves along. It looks like a second win. So you can't really, I mean, it's to know the ranges of MicroStrategy, but really observe Bitcoin. If you see Bitcoin patterns like I showed you here, right here, more likely it's going to take MicroStrategy, and hopefully it does it during market hours, right? But it's probably going to open up higher as Bitcoin is going up. Probably has it's going to hit 900. Can I get 1,000? That's a good one. Good job, Michael Saylor. All right, Shopify. Shopify. Again, this one looked ready, right? It looked ready. This one wants to go higher, is setting up, but I think it's at the mercy of the overall market. So let's just watch that. Let me see if I can set this up. Again, on top, we got this 1564. It's pulling back. Can it get going? Can it get going? That's going to be key here. Can it get going? So we're going to watch that. And let me get that going. All right. So then we have Netflix. Netflix, again, getting into social media. There's a report that they're getting into social media. Can they make up their minds? They want to get into, streaming, and now they're getting into gaming, and now they're doing their own social media platform. All right, good, Netflix. All right, anyway, the market's reacting very positive about it. See if it gets 656 to get it going. Again, nice little bounce here. That might be a trade. Bounce. And if you want to take that, just make sure it clears 656. And this is very volatile, okay? So then it has 666 on top. Whoa, okay. And then we got that 685. So watch that. But those are levels that might be ready to go. They're looking like reacting very positive to that. All right. Roku, they took it down, having an inside day. Is this a stall on this way down? TTD destroyed earnings, and they're doing really, really well. That was, I think, is helping out Roku a little bit, but are people convinced about Roku? Roku's below 300. It needs 285 to get it going. Here's a divergence, right? Here's a divergence. This is what I talked about. So let's see if it goes. There might be a possible trade from 278 to 285. Just watch that 285 level. But it looks like it probably wants to go. Not the most ideal entry, but that might be one if you want to scout. All right, Nvidia getting into the metaverse, right? Omniverse, they call it. They had a news conference yesterday. I think in a news conference, they talked about that the world, what is it? The world, oh, okay, chip usage is going to double in the next 5 years. That's huge, guys. So, in the next 5 years. So these guys are doing major business. They're a trillion. I mean, their market is trillions, right? So Nvidia is banging. They're also getting to Omniverse, and and the thing about chips, these were the plays. I haven't followed the chips because they were I didn't have them on the screen, but I have some now at the end of the video. I'll be talking about it. But we talked about Nvidia. Nvidia's been game bangers going. And that conference we talked about yesterday, it just goes. They like the news. This might run. All right, so here's a play. It's gone too far away from the 50. The play was yesterday. Again, not really ideal. So let it go and let it pull back, and there'll be a more of ideal play. See if it pulls back at the 50 and pulls back a little bit off the zero bounce, and that might be a play for us to take to the upside. But watch it. It's overextended a little bit at this moment for this time frame. But look at the other time frames, okay? Mercado Libre, this has been a home run. Again, it's just taking a little relax. It ran up a lot. Remember, guys, we gave to you at 1508. It hit 1700, and it's just relaxing. So let it go. This is the Amazon of South America. We got 1705 on top. There was a little bit of plays pulling back. Let's see if it can break this high right here of 1666 to really get it going. But again, watch it. It can go, and then it can start running. Okay, Apple just consolidating here, just relaxing, consolidating. Not a big deal here. Again, Apple doesn't move that much. I just have it because people like it. But again, we need right here this top of 151 to get it going, and 152. Looks like it wants to go higher. So just there it is. All right, Trade Desk. Here it is. Trade Desk is looking good. Does it have a date with its highs? So if it breaks out this $90, it's looking good. Looking for a nice setups. If you want to trade this, it's setting up nicely. So just watch the highs on top. And what I mean by that is you have these highs up here. Let me see if I can, okay, here we go. We have these highs. All right, let me see right here. All right, yeah, we have these highs up here. So you're gonna have this, no, this is not the one I wanted. Okay. Where am I? Trade desk. Okay, so trade desk, we're gonna have these highs up here. Again, we're right there. It gapped up. Can it go? Right? We have $90, and then you got this other one of 92, and then we have this other high of 97. Can it go that? These guys kill their earnings. It looks like it probably wants to go. People are super, super excited about this. A lot of call activity on this. So watch it. It can break through. That might be the play today. Again, just know those levels on top. All right. Cool. We got that. So that might be one for the books. All right, now, oh no, Goldman Sachs going lower. That's not good, right? It's probably going to drag the XPX lower, but it is dropping at the open. Okay, so we saw this. Just watch that. It is going lower. They're taking it down, 405. Let's see if we can go to 403. Watch that 400 level, but they're taking it down. Okay, doesn't mean alarming. They just, people are taking profits, but watch that. Affirm. Try to go and just kind of stalling. So if you want to take a trade to the downside, maybe wait to hit the 50, hit the zero bounce, and maybe to the downside, but it's looking bearish right now. Ultimately, do you see how we're planning? We're planning the overall indices are high. They probably need to pull back, and there are stocks that people are going to pull back with it. So this is probably one of them. Goldman Sachs is another one. Upstart, is it going to go? I mean, this thing really hasn't gone, right? Just been kind of laying under here. It's very, very volatile. So just be careful with this one. Trade to the previous day's highs or lows if you're going to take this trade. But very tough to trade. All right, just recently. HubSpot, it's right there. It's lingering up. It's right there, guys. It's right there. It has to take out these headwinds on top. So let's just pick the highest one, 824, to really get it going. Watch it at 820 because if it bounces, it can probably start going. We're seeing a lot of volume coming in, and this one could maybe run, right? And we got the number up here of 840. So again, you have some money right there potentially. So this was a potential. Zoom, they took it down. There is a divergence here. Watch for 263. Then on top, we have 275 to really get it going. Bookings, great earnings came out. We have a nice setup here. I don't think it has run because the overall markets haven't run, but this is one that you're going to have to watch because it can probably run. Now you have this 2688 to really get it going. ServiceNow, monster upgrades, haven't really moved or done anything, right? So what's the deal? I don't know. So 707 to really get it going. They're not taking it up. It's holding. They're not selling it off. So is it going to go? Yes. But when, right? So I have my alert up there. Be careful if you're in some calls on this. The time decay, just buy extra time because we just don't know when they're going to take it up. Are they going to take it up? I'm sure they are. But again, I think if the overall market starts going up, I think this is probably going to go up, but you never know. I have my alerts already set up there. All right, Coinbase, looking good. I think it wants to go to 400. We set up this trade a couple of weeks back for earnings. Earnings, I think, is this week. We have a nice little profit on this. Just watch it. Again, will they guide up, right? So again, moving forward, we're going to look for guidance. Are they guiding up? That's going to be key. So do you want to hold on to your profits during earnings? You want to roll up? So it's up to you guys. Check that out. Okay, so let's go into, we have the SPX. All right, that's all we got so far. LICD's looking good. The IPO for Rivian is tomorrow. So I think it announces today. Tomorrow is when they start trading. We're looking pretty good. We have this high here of $49 to really get it going. And that's the Rivian, right? So again, this was the thesis that we talked about in the past. Wasn't really a trade that we used as format. I just gave that to my chat as far as a couple of days back. All right, so here are the chips, guys. So here's the bonus round, right? So we got chips looking pretty good. This is Nvidia, and these is okay. I have my chip format here, and 15-minute chart. Chips are looking pretty good. It's pretty solid, right? We got AMD because these were the movers yesterday. So we have AMD again. Can they start running? AMD ran pretty nicely. I don't follow this one. I should put it on my, let me know. Do you think we should track these? But anyway, this was a nice entry yesterday, and this is what we like. This is textbook. Bounce off the MACDs, bounce off the 50, and then off to the races. It's probably setting up nicely. Let it set up. All right, Qualcomm. Qualcomm looking good. That was a nice run. Go Chucky. Chucky loves Qualcomm, by the way. Looks good. We have this 168.74 to really get it going. Let's print that. Actually, let's do this. Let's do one better. Let's actually set an alert. And that way, if that'd be one that we're going to start looking at. So, but if it breaks through, bounce off to 50, bounce off here, it can get going again. All right, we have LRCX. LRCX looking pretty good. These guys make the chip, so let's watch it. It's setting up already nicely right here. So here's where I see the nice setups here, and we're going to print this one in case we get an alert here. And again, real simple. This is a beautiful thing about TradingView. It sets you alert. ASML. Now, these guys are coming out with... no, not ASML. They're not going to earnings yet, but again, we're going to set alerts up here. Again, and I'm doing this live so you guys can see. Not looking good, ideal. It has a lot of headwinds on top. And this was not looking good. I'm going to put that. AMAT. So let's look at AMAT because AMAT has earnings coming out. So this is important. All right. So this is going to be November 18th. Is looking pretty good. Now, AMAT, if they come out in their earnings report and they start saying that and they start echoing what Qualcomm just said. All right. So about the chip shortage, right? And we're not looking, we all know there's a chip shortage. And we all know that what Nvidia said that they're going to they're going to be doubling capacity in the next 5 years. We're looking for the key word. Can they echo what Qualcomm said, which are chips getting better? If they can do that, then you're going to watch these chips explode, all right? Because they're in high demand and they're making money, okay? But we're going to watch AMAT for their verbiage that they use. Just put that on your calendar and see if these things start running before that information to see if we have a tail, okay? All right, guys, that's all we got. All right, this is my first live. Thank you so much. Do me a favor, press that like, subscribe button. If you like what I'm laying down, share that. And let's get going. Again, stay tuned for the follow-up at 12 o'clock where we're doing the market pulse. That's where we follow up on all these trades. And again, just chill. If it makes sense to you, take it. If it doesn't, relax. If you're learning, just learn. You're going to learn a lot every day by example. And that's what we got. God bless, guys. Stay green. All right. Take care.